All right, so you mentioned that you were kind of curious about this whole Jane Iredale thing.
Yeah.
So get ready to dive deep because we've got like a stack of articles here and even a spa directory
Ah,
to like give us the full rundown on this brand.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it seems like they're way more than just like pretty makeup.
Yeah, it's interesting. They really focus on this whole clean beauty thing.
Right.
Like, they're all about making sure that their makeup is not only good for your skin, but it's good for the environment, too.
Yeah, I noticed that they were talking a lot about using high quality ingredients
Hmm.
and avoiding all those harsh chemicals that you find in like a lot of other makeup brands.
Right?
But what really caught my eye was like the founder's story.
Oh, yeah.
Jane Iredale wasn't like a makeup artist
Right.
or a beauty expert when she started this whole thing.
Yeah.
She was a casting director.
That's so cool.
I know, right?
That's what makes it so unique.
Yeah.
She saw firsthand how all that heavy makeup that they use on actors could damage their skin. And that's what drove her to create this line that was both beautiful and beneficial.
So wait, a casting director is the brains behind this whole clean beauty empire.
I know, it's pretty wild, Rick.
That's not something you hear every day.
No, not at all.
Do you think that gives Jane Iredale a different perspective than other brands?
Absolutely. I mean, it seems like her background really shaped the brand's whole DNA.
Interesting.
For example, one of their most popular products is the Pure Pressed Base Mineral Foundation.
Okay.
And it provides great coverage, but it's also free of all those harsh chemicals. So it's really gentle, even on the most sensitive skin.
Oh, wow.
It's like she took all of her experience from working on set
Right.
and turned it into a solution for just everyday people.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're all about this clean beauty, but what kind of products do they actually offer?
Well, their range is pretty extensive. They've
Yep.
got everything from foundations and concealers to mascaras and lipsticks, and of course, a whole skincare line, which is really where I think their clean beauty philosophy shines through.
Yeah, I saw they had a skincare makeup system essentials set,
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
which seems like a good place to start
Definitely.
if you want to like try a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But are there any like hero products that really stand out?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Their Smooth Affair facial primer and brightener is like a cult favorite.
Hmm.
A lot of people say it creates a flawless base for your makeup.
Nice.
And what's interesting is that it uses lemon peel extract to give you that natural glow instead of using harsh chemicals.
Oh, cool.
So that's a great example of their commitment to clean beauty.
Yeah, like putting it into action.
Exactly.
So natural ingredients, gentle formulas, good for sensitive skin.
Yep.
Okay, it's all starting to click now.
Good.
But I have to ask,
Yeah.
what about their makeup?
Uh-huh.
Is it all about that like no makeup look?
Yeah.
Or do they have options for those who like a bit more coverage?
They definitely have options for everyone.
Okay.
The article mentions their Dream Tint Tinted Moisturizer, Glow Time Pro BB Cream, and Beyond Matte Liquid Foundation.
Oh, wow. So you can really like
Yeah.
go for like a lighter coverage.
Yeah, you could choose a lighter coverage with the tinted moisturizer, or you could go full-on matte finish with the liquid foundation.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And what about their mascara?
Okay.
I am always on the hunt for a good mascara that doesn't like smudge or flake.
For sure.
I saw something about a tubing mascara.
Oh, yes. The Lash Fixation Length and Definition Tubing Mascara.
What is that?
It's really interesting.
Cool.
Tubing mascara basically forms these tiny tubes around your lashes instead of just coating them,
Whoa.
which means it won't smudge or flake even if you get caught in the rain or you rub your eyes.
Okay, so it's waterproof and smudge proof.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sign me up.
It's a good one.
But tell me more about this tubing technology.
Okay.
How does it work?
Essentially, the formula contains polymers that wrap around each lash and create these individual tubes. And when you remove it, the tubes slide off easily with warm water
Oh, wow.
without any harsh rubbing or tugging.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's really gentle on your lashes too.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like they're really innovative with their formulas.
They are, and they're not just focused on complexion products either.
Okay.
They have a great range of eyeshadows too,
Yes.
like the Pure Pressed Eyeshadow Pripples.
Okay.
You get 3 coordinating shades in one compact, which is perfect for creating different looks.
Oh, those sound tempting.
Yeah.
It's like they've thought of everything.
And speaking of thinking of everything, they also have a fantastic range of tools.
Cools.
Yeah.
Like brushes and sponges.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
They have a flocked sponge for applying foundation, a handy brush for touch-ups, and even a magic mitt for makeup removal.
Wait, a magic mitt.
Yes.
What is so magical about it?
It claims to remove your makeup with just water.
What?
No cleanser needed.
Taking off makeup with just water.
I know, it sounds crazy, right?
I am always looking for ways to, like, simplify my routine.
Right.
That magic mitt sounds like a game changer.
And it's reusable.
Oh, wow.
So it's a more sustainable option compared to like disposable makeup wipes,
Right.
which aligns with their whole like eco-consciousness.
Okay, I am definitely adding that to my list to check out.
You should.
So we've talked about the makeup. What about skincare?
Uh-huh.
What makes their skincare line stand out?
Well, their skincare is all about prepping and nourishing your skin to create a healthy canvas for your makeup.
Oh, okay.
They have a gentle beauty prep face cleanser, a hydrating beauty prep face toner, and a beauty prep hyaluronic serum that's packed with moisture-boosting ingredients.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So it's like they're saying good skincare is the foundation for good makeup.
exactly. And their formulations are all about natural ingredients and avoiding harsh chemicals, just like their makeup.
Got it.
Yeah.
All this sounds amazing, but I'm sure it comes at a price.
Well,
What's the damage to the wallet when it comes to Jane Iredale?
you're right. They are a bit on the pricier side.
Yeah.
Their commitment to high-quality ingredients and ethical sourcing does mean that the products are a bit of an investment.
Right. High-quality ingredients usually come at a price.
Yeah,
But is it worth the splurge?
that's a good question.
What would you say to someone who's on the fence about spending that much on makeup?
I think it really depends on your priorities.
Okay.
If you're looking for clean, high-performance makeup that's good for your skin and the environment, then Jane Iredale is definitely worth considering.
All right, so it's an investment, but potentially a worthwhile one.
Yes.
But what if you're not sure where to start?
Right.
Are they available everywhere?
They might not be as widely available as some drugstore brands,
Okay.
but luckily they have this handy spa directory that you mentioned earlier
Right.
that lists spas and salons in your area that carry Jane Iredale products.
So you can actually try the products before you buy them.
Exactly.
That's a great idea, especially if you're not sure about shades or formulas. Plus, you can get like expert advice from the people at the spa.
Exactly. It's like a personalized shopping experience.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're a bit pricey, but committed to clean beauty, and you can even try before you buy.
Yep.
But let's talk about the science behind it all.
Okay.
I read that some of their products have earned the Skin Cancer Foundation's seal of recommendation.
Yes.
That's huge.
Like, what does that even mean?
It means that dermatologists trust these products for sun protection.
So you're saying I can actually wear makeup and protect my skin from the sun at the same time?
Exactly.
That's incredible.
And it's not just one or two products.
Oh,
Several of their products have earned that seal of approval, including their foundations and powders.
this is like a game changer.
I know, it's pretty amazing.
It means you can feel good knowing you're getting coverage. Andy, protecting your skin.
Right.
I am so impressed.
Mm.
They're clearly not just about making you look good. They're about keeping your skin healthy, too.
And that ties back to their whole philosophy of holistic beauty.
You know, they're not just about covering up imperfections.
Mhm.
They're about enhancing your natural beauty and taking care of your skin from the inside out.
Okay, so they're serious about sun protection and clean ingredients.
Yes,
But are they also cruelty-free?
absolutely.
Okay.
They're certified cruelty-free by both PETA and the Leaping Bunny program,
Nice.
which means that they don't test their products on animals at any stage of development.
So ethical and de-effective.
Yes.
I'm liking this brand more and more.
Me too.
And it's not just about being cruelty-free.
Mhm.
They're also committed to sustainable practices.
Yes.
Like what?
Well, they use recycled and recyclable packaging whenever possible, and they're
Okay.
constantly looking for ways to reduce their environmental impact.
So they're thinking about the planet, too.
Yes, they are.
That's really impressive.
It's clear that they're trying to operate in a way that benefits both people and the planet.
Right.
It's not just about making a profit, it's about making a difference.
Okay, so they're ticking all the boxes. Clean beauty, sun protection, cruelty-free, sustainable.
Mm.
It's like the holy grail of beauty brands.
It's definitely a brand with a strong mission and a lot to offer.
Yeah, they really are.
Mm-hmm. They really are. It seems like they've thought about every single aspect of their business, from the ingredients they use to the impact they have on the world.
It's so refreshing to see a brand that like walks the walk.
Yeah,
You know,
totally.
they're not just talking about sustainability and ethics.
Right.
They're actually putting those values into practice.
Yeah.
But it's not just about what's on the inside that counts.
Mm-hmm.
I read that they've won a ton of awards for their products.
Oh, yeah. Their trophy cabinet's pretty full.
Really?
They've been recognized by like everyone from beauty editors to dermatologists.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Are there any awards that really stand out to you?
Well, in addition to the Skin Cancer Foundation's Seal of Recommendation, which we already talked about, they've also won a bunch of awards for their makeup.
Oh, cool.
Their Pure Pressed Base Mineral Foundation seems to be a favorite among beauty experts. It's won awards for its coverage, its finish, and its skin-loving ingredients.
So it's not just good for your skin. It actually looks good, too.
Exactly.
That's a win-win in my book.
Yeah.
What about Jane Iredale herself? Has she won any awards?
She has.
Ah,
In 2014, she was named the International Spa Association's Visionary of the Year.
wow, Visionary of the Year. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it is.
It really speaks to her impact on the industry. You know, it's funny to think that she started out as a casting director
Right.
and ended up, like, revolutionizing the way we think about beauty.
I know, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's a real testament to her entrepreneurial spirit.
Totally.
She saw a gap in the market for clean, high-performance beauty products, and she filled it.
Yeah, and she's clearly done something, right?
Right.
Because they're not just successful in the U.S., they've gone global.
Oh, wow.
They even received the President's E Award for exports,
What's that?
which recognizes companies that have made significant contributions to expanding U.S. exports. It's a pretty prestigious award.
So they're basically beauty world domination.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
World domination for good.
Exactly. They've proven that you can be successful and ethical, that you can create products that are good for people and the planet.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We talked about Jane Iredale's unique story, their commitment to clean beauty, their impressive product, range their awards and accolades, and even their global reach.
It's pretty impressive.
What are some of the key takeaways for you?
Okay.
What really makes this brand stand out?
For me, it's their holistic approach to beauty.
Okay.
They're not just selling products, they're selling a lifestyle.
Interesting.
You know, they're encouraging people to think about the ingredients they're using to care for their skin and to make choices that are good for themselves and the environment.
I totally agree. It's like they're saying beauty is more than just skin deep.
Yes.
It's about feeling good about yourself, about making conscious choices, and about having a positive impact on the world around you.
Exactly. And they're leading by example.
Right.
You know, they're showing that it's possible to be a successful company while still staying true to your values.
It's pretty inspiring.
It
It's
is.
definitely made me think differently about the brands I support and the choices I make.
And that's the power of a deep dive like this.
Yeah.
It's not just about learning about a particular brand. It's about broadening your perspective and making more informed decisions.
So with all this in mind,
Hmm.
what would you say to someone who's on the fence about trying Jane Iredale?
Okay.
What's the one thing that would convince them to give this brand a shot?
I'd say if you're looking for a brand that aligns with your values, that's committed to clean beauty, that offers high-quality products, and that's making a positive impact on the world, then Jane Iredale is definitely worth exploring.
I think that's a great way to put it.
Thanks.
They're not just selling makeup, they're selling a better way of doing things.
Yeah, for sure.
So what stands out to you the most from all this information? What's your biggest takeaway?
Honestly, it's the fact that a brand like this even exists. Yeah.
It gives me hope that the beauty industry is moving in the right direction towards more transparency, more sustainability, and more ethical practices.
Me too. It's a reminder that as consumers, we have the power to choose brands that reflect our values.
Right.
We can vote with our wallets and support companies that are doing good in the world.
Absolutely. And when we do that, we're not just buying products.
Yeah.
We're investing in a better future.
Beautifully said. So what does this all mean for you as a consumer?
Okay.
How has this deep dive changed your perspective on Jane Iredale or even just on beauty in general?
It's definitely made me more aware of the choices I'm making.
Okay.
I'm more conscious of the ingredients and the products I use, the companies I support, and the impact my choices have on the world.
It's like we've gone beyond just looking at makeup and skincare.
Yeah.
We're thinking about the bigger picture.
Exactly. It's about understanding that beauty is connected to so many other things, our health, our environment, our values.
So where do we go from here?
What's the next step for someone who's intrigued by Jane Iredale?
Well, the Spa Directory is a great resource.
Yeah.
You can find a spa near you that carries Jane Iredale products and try them out for yourself.
It's a good idea. It's like a test drive for your face.
Exactly. And it's an opportunity to talk to experts and get personalized recommendations.
Right.
You know, find the right products for your skin type and your needs.
Okay, so we've got the Spa Directory for those who want to try before they buy.
Hmm.
But what about those who are ready to take the plunge?
Yeah.
Where can they find Jane Iredale products?
Well, they're available on the Jane Iredale website, of course.
Right.
And they're also sold at select retailers like Sephora and Nordstrom.
Perfect. So there are plenty of options for getting your hands on these clean beauty goodies.
Yeah, there are.
But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about the ingredients, the ethics, the effectiveness of Jane Iredale products.
Right.
But ultimately, the most important factor is how you feel when you use them.
That's so true. It's not just about what a product does for your skin.
Right.
It's about how it makes you feel. Does it boost your confidence?
Yeah.
Does it make you feel beautiful? Does it align with your values?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, beauty is a very personal thing.
It is, and it's about finding what works for you, what makes you feel your best.
All right, so we've talked about the brand, the products, the philosophy. Now it's time for you to decide.
Okay.
What are your personal deal breakers when it comes to beauty brands?
That's a great question for me. It's all about transparency.
Okay.
I want to know what's in the products I'm using, where the ingredients come from, and how they're made.
Transparency is huge these days.
It is.
And Jane Iredale seems to be leading the charge in that department.
They are, and that's something I really admire about them.
It's like they're setting a new standard for the beauty industry.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's about time.
I agree. For a long time, it felt like beauty brands were all about like smoke and mirrors,
Right.
hiding behind fancy marketing and complicated ingredient lists.
Yeah. But Jane Iredale is different.
Right.
They're open and honest about what goes into their products.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid to educate your customers.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're empowering people to make informed choices.
Right.
And that's something I can really get behind.
Yeah.
It's like they're saying, we trust you to make the right decision for yourself, and we're going to give you all the information you need to do just that.
Exactly. And that's a really powerful message.
Yeah.
It builds trust and loyalty, and it just shows that they genuinely care about their customers.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot of amazing things about Jane Iredale.
We have.
Their clean beauty philosophy, their innovative products, their ethical practices. It all sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
But let's be real.
Okay.
Is there anything about this brand that you're not so crazy about? Any downsides?
Well, as we mentioned earlier, their price point can be a barrier for some people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They're definitely not the cheapest brand out there.
And their availability can also be a bit limited.
Right.
You might not find them at every drugstore or department store.
That's true. But hey, that just makes them even more special, right?
Yeah.
It's like finding a hidden gem.
I like that.
And besides, they have that spa directory.
Right?
So you can always track down a retailer near you.
Exactly. And I think for a lot of people, the quality and the values behind the brand are worth the extra effort.
Well said. So we've covered just about everything there is to know about Jane Iredale.
I think so.
What a journey.
It really has been. It's been fascinating, and it's been a pleasure, exploring this brand with you.
Likewise. Before we wrap up, I want to bring it back to you, the listener.
Yes.
We shared a lot of information about Jane Iredale, but ultimately the decision of whether or not to try this brand is up to you.
Exactly. What matters most is how you feel about this brand.
Right.
Do their values resonate with you?
Yeah.
Do their products appeal to you?
And remember, there's no right or wrong answer here.
No.
Beauty is a personal journey, and it's about finding what works best for you. Totally. So trust your gut, explore your options, and just have fun with it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Jane Iredale.
Yes, thank you.
We hope you learned something new and maybe even discovered your next beauty obsession.